What's up, fragrant world, and welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. Today I got a top 5 list for you. This is a special top 5 list. We're talking about designer fragrances that, at least in my opinion, to this nose, have a niche character to them or niche quality. Now, what do I mean by niche quality? Well, I'm either talking about the quality of the scent. So is it smooth? Is it very transportive? Is it not super alcohol based? You know what I mean? You smell niche quality, you know it's just a little bit more put together, more refined. So there's that. And if not that, then at least also the scent character of the fragrance. What is the profile like? Were they going for more of an artisanal approach to what it's supposed to smell like? Things like that. So it's going to be either one of those categories or both, maybe in some cases, that define each fragrance being on this list. I know there's only 5 bottles here, but I have a couple honorable mentions, and there's many more that could be here. And I'm just gonna spout them off as I think of them. Number 1 is gonna be Narciso Rodriguez for Him. This is a fragrance I used to own. This is the EDT, by the way. A fragrance I used to own. I kind of regret getting rid of it, and I'm considering reacquiring it if possible, but this is, you can see my review. I reviewed it, I talk about it. This is a niche design, a niche concept inside of a designer bottle, but even the bottle itself is beautiful and kind of transcends what you see in the designer world as well. Very interesting scent, violet leaf based, very musky, kind of damp and almost sweet a little bit, but not really. It's, again, very musky. It is a special scent. It's something that, again, I think I might reacquire. So that is an honorable mention, Narciso Rodriguez for Him. Another honorable mention is going to be Gucci Guilty Absolute. I just have a decant of this one. I've been working through it for a couple years. I've been moving pretty slow on it. And man, if you know the fragrance, then you know what I'm talking about. Definitely a niche concept inside of a designer bottle. Very polarizing, not for the faint of heart. Very dry, leathery, woody vetiver. You got some cypress in there. It's a little medicinal. It is a very pungent scent, very earthy, and I dig it, honestly. I'm not so sure if I'm gonna get a bottle just yet. I might finish the decant first, but totally niche concept inside of a designer bottle. It might be discontinued at this point because I don't think it did very well, unfortunately. So maybe I'll try to get a bottle before the prices skyrocket. And once again, there's a ton of other fragrances I could have included on this list, but just talking about the ones that are in my proximity either previously or now. So these 5 bottles I'm going to talk about, no particular order. So let's jump into it. Coming in first, we got from the house of Hermes. This is Jardin sur le Nile. I'm sure you're familiar with this one. A garden on the Nile, that's what it translates to. And that is what it smells like. This is, once again, a designer fragrance, but man, very transportive. You literally feel like you're walking along a river. So it is watery. I think that watery nature comes from lotus, the lotus flower, which is in this. You get a lot of vegetal quality. You get carrot. There's a lot of grapefruit in there. There's even some mango. Man, great stuff. Created by Jean-Claude Elena. Masterful creation here. Once again, niche concept for sure. Not everyone's gonna love this, but I dig it, I appreciate it. Un Jardin sur le Nile. Coming up next, this one people might not fully agree with me on, but I don't care. I've been loving this fragrance for a long time. I'm very close with it, I've worn it a lot, and to me, this has niche quality. The juice is so smooth, and it goes on so cleanly, and it smells like it could come out of a niche bottle to me. This is Jean Varvatos Vintage. In terms of scent profile, not the most niche. It is fairly mass appealing, but it does have a touch of something special in there that really does set it apart, not only from other designer fragrances, but also other fragrances in the line of Jean Varvatos. Man, this is good stuff. So, again, niche quality. You can tell that the ingredients used in this are quality ingredients. It smells so refined, so put together. Love it. I have a review of this. You can check it out here. If you want to learn more about the scent, I'm not going to talk about it now. That is John Varvatos Vintage. Lovely scent. One you can pick up fairly cheap if you find it on the discounters online. Check it out. Up next, this is a fragrance I haven't talked about on my channel just yet. I have two fragrances from the House of Guerlain in their Aqua Allegoria line. One of them is Herba Fresca, which I have mentioned. And the other one is this one. This is called Teat Soda. And this is a gorgeous chamomile tea fragrance. Chamomile tea, I think there's some florals in there, maybe like jasmine or something. It's definitely unisex. Some might say it leans kind of feminine, but I don't know. This is, to me, both niche quality and a bit of a niche concept as well. In a designer bottle. It kind of smells, it's kind of hard to describe, but it's like cottony tea. There's something like cottony about it to me. I know it's not a word, cottony, you know what I mean? But it has a touch of sweetness in there, but it is very warming and tea-like. And it is a little aromatic, it's kind of fresh. And you do get quite a bit of vanilla and musk as it dries down. Man, great scent. Decent performance on me. I get a good 7 hours out of this. Some people probably get less, but this is good stuff and smells very different. If you just want to smell beautiful, this is a good one to go with. That is Teat Soda from the House of Guerlain. Back-to-back Guerlains here. This one deserves the buzz it's been getting. Unfortunately, it's allegedly discontinued, which is a travesty. And they've replaced it with a brand new release that is another flanker from the House of Guerlain, once again, as I said, from the L'Homme Ideal line. This is L'Homme Ideal Cologne. You've seen me talk about this one. A fantastic scent for spring and summer. Fresh, sweet, creamy, citrusy. That's what it is to me. You get lots of grapefruit. Almost comes off as lemon the way it's mixed with the almond, which brings a creamy nature. It is fresh. I think there might even be maybe some vetiver in here. It's kind of fizzy. There's, I think, some pink pepper, adds a touch of spice to it. Very elegant stuff for the daytime. Beautiful stuff. And this is, in my opinion, not so much niche concept, but more niche quality. This one, it's so, again, well put together, so well composed. You put it on, it smells like it came out of a niche bottle. It smells like you're paying probably upwards of $100 for it. But currently you can find this thing maybe under 30 bucks if you snatch it up now, which is an absolute steal. This is beautiful stuff. I will have this for a long time. Maybe I won't because I'm gonna burn through it as long as it's still kind of warm. This is L'Homme Ideal Cologne. And the last one, again, this is no real order. This is not what I would call number one, but I love them all. This stuff is mainly niche concept with a little bit of niche quality to it as well. I gotta say, just gonna look at the bottom of this bottle, which I am just smitten with. Look at that. How much do you see this in fragrance bottles? This kind of ridged texture here. This is Bottega Veneta's Pour Homme Extreme. Man. Whew. This is classy stuff. And a little polarizing, not much. This is in the vein of Gucci Guilty Absolute, but way less polarizing, a little bit more appealing, I would say. Easily appealing than that one. It is earthy, it's leathery. You get some patchouli in there, I believe. There is cypress as well. No, I think there's pine. There's pine in here, not cypress. It is green, it's earthy, very leathery. There's not really much sweetness to it. It's not all that dry. It's a little dry. But the leather here is so smooth. It almost adds a creamy nature to it. It's almost like an illusion of creaminess, but it's not really creamy at all. Great scent, great performance, very put together. Super classy stuff. This will have you smelling different and smelling just damn good. This is Bottega Veneta Pour Homme Extreme. All right, that's gonna do it for me. I know I missed a lot. There's a lot of great designer fragrances out there that do carry a niche quality. If you have any in mind, this is your time to let me know down in the comments some of your favorite fragrances that are designer, that come from a designer house, but you think carry a quality or a profile to them that goes beyond your regular mall, freshy, blue, sweet, clubby fragrances. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.